remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Hoping my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry oh why. Oh, I'ma cry oh why. Oh, I'ma cry oh why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry oh why. Oh, I'ma cry oh why. I'ma cry oh why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry oh why. Oh, I'ma cry oh why. I'ma cry oh why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone.
What's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Saturday, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones. What I normally do is make content about sneakers. Occasional trial hauls, y'all know we have Music Monday, but this is Sold Out where we continue the sneaker talk, man. Pretty much smash that like button, sub up as y'all come in and out. Sign up for the Sold Out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the comment section, and it is free to sign up. Well, of course, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section, you name it, man. Pretty much, I know I'm behind in the comment sections on my videos, but I will get caught up for sure, man. Not too much, really. Heat dropped this week pretty much. I know we were anticipating those Travis Scotts, but rumors is they've been pushed back. So I'll kind of do a research click on that real quick and just kind of see what it is. Rumors is I think they've been pushed back to November, but don't quote me on that. But I seen that floating around in the Discord. So definitely want to make that known because y'all know if we would have got them today like we anticipated on his website, Travis Scott's I'm talking about, I would have probably tried to do a live cop, see how it is. But I'm hearing they're going to be very, very rare. So we'll see how it goes. But other than that, man, tonight's topic, we're going to be talking Adidas Fear of God Athletics. Looks like apparently things is maybe ending. So we'll see how it goes from there. You guys know I did an update, or I did a video on or live, I should say, on the SSENSE Bankruptcy. So we're going to do an update on that, see how it's going, and then we're talking about shoe demand expected to fall. So pretty much more tariff talk. So we'll see how that goes as well. Other than that, man, nothing major dropped today to the best of my knowledge. And then we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases toward the end. But I'll just check the sneakers app right now, just for like, I guess you can say ish and giggles. Which I see that they've done some form of an update because I don't like how I got to get used to the way new things coming. But we did get those El Velo joints, the Air Jordan 3s. They did drop today, but looks like they're still available. And let me see. I'm going to see if they're coming in. Yeah, I mean, they're moving, but I mean, to be honest, 10.5 and under sizes are all still available, but the bigger sizes seem to have went. And then I think next week we have those Varsity Maze and Wolf Gray joints, the Air Jordan 5s, pretty much, a.k.a. the Air Jordan 5 Tokyos. On the fence about those, but we'll pretty much talk about that later. And then some foam pods that's kind of already dropped. But at the same time, I'm not surprised to see them get them again, which I think they have a unique name to them, but I kind of forgot what they were called. I think, the cough drop joints. Yep, cool. Yeah, just making sure I'm on schedule right here. Y'all let me know if audio and visuals is okay as y'all come in and out. Definitely let me know if I'm sounding good or, everything's looking good on my end. But anyway, man, let's touch the chat and then we'll get the party started. And then we're only gonna be on this joint for like an hour. So y'all bear with the kid. Sometimes if I see the time kind of like getting away from me, then I'll pick it up. But I think we make great pace here. Looks like we got Long Beach Joe Jets in the building. Says salutes and respect to Polo in the chat. What up, Long Beach? What up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out, man. Looks like we have Foxy in the building. Says, hey there, and good evening, gentlemen, watching from the East Nola, UK. Hopefully I said that correctly. Appreciate that, homie. Appreciate that. And says, Foxy says, that's cool, Polo. Finally good to hear someone that knows what they're talking about. The UK is pretty whack in that sense. I mean, to be honest, man, I'm not going to blame that on the UK. I just blame it on, like, just sneaker talk in general. You know what I mean? If we're going to keep it real, it's kind of one of those, like, rumor has it type of vibes, like gossip type of vibes. You got to take time to, like, will out the, like, be able to try to, and it's easier said than done, right? Even I fall into the gossips and the rumors sometimes too, right? But my thing is, I'm like, yo, you got to be able to see, like, what Jordan Brand do? Is this cap? Like, some people like to stretch it, right? For entertainment purposes too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Sneaker sense. Yeah. My thing is this. Yeah, I know you're talking about the bankruptcy joint too. We're going to cover that as well. But my thing is this. A lot of people still in general, everybody thinks they know sneaker business until, you see how it really goes down. And we can see and argue all day who controls the market, but we know who it is. You know what I mean? No matter how you slice and dice that joint. So, yeah, just throwing that out there. Foxy says, wish we had a selection you guys have in the States. I hear it's different overseas, man. I hear it's different, man. Honestly, sometimes it feels like you guys get better selections overseas sometimes. And I know that may not necessarily be true, but I think it's probably because you maybe in the States, I've been here my whole life, and yes, I've traveled out the country several different times, but at the same time, majority of my time has been in the States, so it's kind of all I know, so I guess I'm like used to it, so to speak. But necessarily don't mean we always get even if we get some of the crazy heats like the Travises and stuff like that, like these Jordan 1s that was supposed to drop today, the fragment joints that's been pushed back, quote unquote, to November. That wasn't going to be an easy cop for anybody in the States in any way, shape, or form. And let me clarify this. The people that probably would have hit today, it would have been luck for retail. And just know that shoe is going to move on a resale market like nobody's business. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's going to, it's easy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, retail-wise, it's already what it is. But that shoe on the resale market is forever going to be up there. You know what I'm saying? I don't really... It ain't too many Travis sneakers that don't go for $1,000 and up, So if you got that, you got a little bit of chips in your hand. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Fox says, I tried to get a pair of the Nike Air Jordan Rare Air, didn't happen. Wow, that's crazy. So I get what you're saying, Foxy, because here the Rare Airs are like, I mean, to be honest, and this is no flex, and I'm not trying to offend you in any way, shape, or form, but I get what you're saying comparing UK to the States, because reality is Rare Airs over here, it appeared nobody want them. I got a pair because them joints as clean as I don't know what, but I'm very confident I can pull up to my local shopping mall and still go cop a pair. And case in point, some stores may not have my size, but I guarantee you what I'm trying to get at is a little bit of footwork. I probably can still go get another pair. You know what I'm saying? But they dope, though. The Rare Airs, for the people, like, I think a lot of people here, they didn't sell out. A lot of people say they want to see them go and sell a little bit before they cop. But it's a good shoe. You know what I'm saying? It's a good shoe. But you guys get some heat, too. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, like, case in point, we didn't get and I don't know if you guys got them in the UK, but over here, one shoe that's kind of been taunting me and kind of upsetting me, we had the Air Jordan 1 Bread 85s drop, but it was like a very limited drop, and you had to put in all the work. It didn't drop on the sneakers app or online. You know what I'm saying? But overseas, I've seen some locations where it dropped on the sneakers app. So if I had to guess, we probably will get our drop on the sneakers app eventually. Rumors is that's supposed to come this year as well. I'm definitely going to be trying for that. So, I mean, yeah, it's definitely a unique, like how Jordan Brand and Nike and them kind of do the locations from, all right, cool, we're going to do this for UK, we're going to do this, like the Tokyo 5s, for instance, right? You know what I'm saying? Over here in the States, they're dropping next Saturday, which is a week from now. And Japan, if I'm not mistaken, they've already dropped back in August. Like, I want to say August 23rd, but don't quote me on that. But I'm just like, yeah, I think it's the last time it dropped. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It come with the game, man. But let's go ahead and get on tonight's topics real quick, and then we'll get the party started. Only going to be on the joint for like an hour. We're going to start with what happened to Adidas Fear of God Athletics. So we're going to start there. Fear of God, in my opinion, and I'm going to share my screen here. Give me like 2 seconds. Boom, you guys should be seeing my screen. But I'm going to be 100. I never actually ever got into the Fear of God wave of anything. I remember they did a Fear of God collab with Vans. People went crazy over those. I would have liked to have a pair, but it's something I wouldn't have chased down if I'm going to keep it 100. I know it's with Jerry Lorenzo, you know what I'm saying? And I know just the Fear of God brand in general. I looked at some of their stuff, like, to be honest, dog, for what they charging and taxing on and I'm just talking Fear of God in general. Or maybe I'm thinking like Essentials or something like that. It's one of those, because Fear of God and Essentials are, if I'm not mistaken, it appears, and I could be wrong, and so this whole live is a legend and opinionated base. It seems like it's ran by the same person. Matter of fact, let me check this real quick. I got to do this. Hold on. Boom, let me see. Because Fear of God is by, if I'm not mistaken, Jerry Lorenzo, but he also has Essentials. Dog, to be honest with me, it looks all the same. You know what I'm saying? But I may be tripping. Let's see. Fear of God. Let me see. I'm going to type this joint up real quick. Let's see. Fear of God. And then we got Jerry Lorenzo. I'm going to see if make sure I'm not tripping. Yeah, let's see. Jerry, yeah, that is Fear of God, Jerry Lorenzo. That's the designer, right? Boom, right here. I'm going to share my screen on this one. Boom. There you go. Fear of God, Jerry Lorenzo. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he's also the Essentials guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to double check that. But I know he was that. So, yeah, exactly. As you can see this, Essentials, elevated by Jerry Lorenzo. As you can see, and this is like something, yeah. So as you can see, all you got to do is keep Googling, scroll down. So to me, I always felt like Essentials and Fear of God was like the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see if he got like a website on the joint. So Fear of God and, yeah, Jerry Lorenzo. But I'm almost positive it's all under Essentials if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? So this is very interesting. So to be honest, and I remember he did a joint with Jordan Brand them or with Nike. No, he didn't do it with Jordan Brand. He did it with Nike. And it was straight cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at like Jerry Lorenzo, and then if you, I'm not trying to diss or nothing like that. Let me see if I can just do this. This is Jerry Lorenzo. Boom. And then I'm going to go Nike. Y'all can see me doing this live in action right now, man. Nike, boom. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound like I'm hating. But remember these joints right here? And I'm going to keep it 100. I couldn't get jiggy with them. It's okay, but I couldn't get jiggy with them. You know what I'm saying? These are the Fear of God joints that he did with Nike. Then he went over to Adidas. But, I mean, to be honest, dog, it looked like he tried to, in my opinion, when these drop, I can't think and not unforesee but like the Yeezy boot joint that I never got, which, to be honest, I've had times where I could grab that, but I didn't go for it. You know what I'm saying? But if you think about that, then you want to say Essentials, right? Because obviously with his name on here, we can throw Essentials in here. It looks like the same shit. No disrespect. This is Essentials right here, type of stuff right here. And I'm not saying it's not dope quality stuff, but I think when it comes to a lot of these brands and stuff, it's all about marketing. Granted, I would like to rock some Essential stuff, though. To be honest, some of this stuff is actually super duper dope. I'm not going to sit up here and hate on it. But then you got this, and then you think Fear of God, right? We don't even have to put Nike on it. But if you look at it, I mean, to be honest, I get it. The Fear of God is more supposed to be that relaxed style, and Essentials is supposed to be more, I guess you can say, more the workout type of vibe type of stuff. I may actually cop some stuff like that for the gym, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, to be honest, as you can see, you can tell, I'll put it this way, you can tell it's made by the same person no matter how much you switch up the name on it. You know what I'm saying? I guess Essentials is just more like that athletic joint, and then Fear of God is more like that lifestyle joint. Again, this is just my best educated guess. But let's just get to the article real quick and get the party started. It says, what happened to Adidas Fear of God Athletics? Says, announced in 2020, and this is just some quick facts, real quick, before we get through the article. It says, announced in 2020, Adidas Fear of God Athletics was positioned as the Germany Giants post-Yeezy Spark, which I can see that. And I'm assuming they showing the back of homie's neck because I'm assuming those 3 stripes represents Adidas. You know what I mean? And I could be tripping, right? But I mean, look at it this way. Even if this is true and they're parting ways and it's a tattoo like that, it's not like one of those where they got his, like, you know how people, and I'm not picking on nobody or judging or anything like that because I'm the last person to make judgment on people who got tattoos because I go overboard. But this is kind of one of those, like, it could be equivalent to, it's not equivalent, but it also could be considered equivalent to when you get your girl's name tatted on you or you get your man's name tatted on you when y'all break up. You know what I mean? You got your company logo, but at the same time, it's 3 stripes right here. That doesn't, he could always say it represents or means something else. And even if he comes out and like, yeah, I was just down with the Adidas brand, this, that, and a third, it's still not a bad tattoo. And I'm talking quality-wise, and I'm talking just in general for what it probably represents. You know what I'm saying? Even if things have come and gone, you know what I'm saying? It's still part of your history. You know what I'm saying? Your work ethic, what you put in the game. You know, so I'm going to definitely give him credit where credit is due on this one. It says, another quick fact, it says, after months of teasers and leaks, the first collection finally dropped in the late 2023, long after the initial hype had cooled. And we got another quick fact. It says the shoes and apparel earned respect for their clean, minimal design, but never generated the frenzy that sneaker culture thrives on. And I agree with that. I'm gonna agree with that quick fact. We looked at it, we acknowledged it. It made moves, but it didn't move on the level of, like, I hate to say it, compared to like I hate to do this compared to a Travis or even a Yeezy. Even though Yeezy's kind of died down, but when Yeezys first came out, they were making waves. You know what I'm saying? Whether we want to say with Nike or with Adidas, you know what I'm saying? He's done his thing. I got Calabasas in there. I'm thinking about, man, hey, that time is come and gone, but it's still a part of my, you know what, man? So, I mean, it's still a part of my history, too. So, it's kind of hard to get rid of some stuff that you've had for quite some time, too. Another quick fact we got that says, prolonged delays, unclear positioning, and increased competition from other brands all made it harder to stand out. I will say this with that quick fact, right? I feel like Essentials and Fear of God, while it is plain Jane, you can tell, like, when I see his work or his stuff, I'm like, oh, that's Essentials. Oh, that's Fear of God. That's something, either or, right? I can easily say that. So, I mean, to be honest, I don't think he had a hard time standing out. It's just that it was also plain and monotone. And for what they were charging for some of the stuff, to keep it 100, this is me, right? I looked at copping some of the stuff to do, like, pretty much a try-on haul type of joint video, right? When I looked at the joint and the prices, I was like, bro, like, I might as well go back to Ralph Lauren and just pick up this, or go to Macy's and pick up that. You know what I'm saying? Can't help but make me think of that time in Macy's. Not in Macy's, but in Ralph Lauren, I went to the store. They did not like me filming in there at all, buddy. I cut the camera off, and me and the security guard, like, he tried to get big with me, but you know what I'm saying? Like, and to keep it 100, off mode, but on mode, that security guard, I knew if we would have threw hands, he would have beat the dog snot on me, but I don't fight, so I wasn't really worried. But at the same time, I was like, when I looked down, I was like, oh, you know how you look at somebody, like, you stood up? Homie was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. And it was crazy. Homie was just sitting there reading a book, but they were like, hey, you can't film in here. Like, dude, I can't do anything. But anyway, man, off mode, but on mode. But I say all that to say, like, the colors and stuff they offer, there's alternatives, and probably is a reason why they probably put that last, quick fact on there where it made it hard for him to stand out from other brands. Okay, cool, I retract my statement, because I kind of just agreed with them without even realizing I'm agreeing with them, right? Because reality is, what did I say? I looked at the stuff, I looked at the prices, and I was like, man, I go to Ralph Lauren, my favorite brand, and just buy the same thing for, 50, 60, 100, I ain't gonna say that much, but like at least $30, $40 cheaper. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Long Beach Joe just says, laughing my ass off. My bad. You laughing about that security guard story? Yo, I'm not kidding, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Ever since I ain't gonna say they kicked me out, because I had already purchased my product, but I was trying to do just like a vlog on the joint, but they was not having it. I'm gonna be honest, I never been back to that side of town ever again, dog. Never. Long Beach says, the security would have washed you, Polo. Damn, some of those security dudes can fight, though. This is a thing. I think, like, technically wise, I can, like, you know what I'm saying, I can stick and move, but at the same time, at home, if he was gonna connect, if he would have connect one time, it would have, all that ducking and dodging out, it was over. I'm talking about, he could have easily one hit or quitted me. I could tell, you know what I'm saying? And homie arm was like the size of like my whole body. Like, I'm not even kidding, dude. His whole arm was like the size of my body. Both arms together. He was huge. Pause. And I was like, hell no. Like, anybody else, I would kind of like stand up to him, like, what are you gonna do? But I was like, nah, I don't want to see what he might do. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, sometimes you just gotta read the room, dog. I was like, nope, I don't want to see. I'm so serious, dog. I'm not kidding. Like, sometimes when people are like, hey, you can't vlog here, and y'all see me talk to the camera, like, all right, guys, I gotta cut my camera off. But if you go back to that vlog when he's like, hey, you can't film it, I said, okay, and he instantly cut the button off. I stopped recording, and he still stopped me, and he's like, yo, hey, blah, 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 blah. Hey, and he stood up, and he, like, locked in. I did one of these joints. Even if we was the same height, homie still was like, his arms, like my arms, they just lay naturally. His joints like stayed like this. He literally was like this the whole time, just locked up. But my arms, like, I could put like his joints like, woof. So I looked at it, I was like, bro, if he, like, yeah, I'm not kidding, dog. I'm talking about if I felt him coming at me, I would have like took my best shot and got out the way out the store. Like you talking about one of those like I'm punching you and I'm getting out the way, I'm running. Like no, hell no. But then again, like to be honest, knowing me, I probably still if this is my thing though. If I see a sign of weakness, I'm gonna like keep going. But again, you sometimes what they say like you got to pick and choose your battles, dog. And I was like, this one don't sound like a good idea if I'm going to keep it 100. And then the last little quick note on it says the partnership is expected to end after 2025. So I'm assuming at the end of the year because we are in 2025. If you think about it, dog, after August, we're in September. The rest of the year is about to fly. You know what I'm saying? We're about to fly for the rest of the year. We only got technically we're in September. But if you think about it, the first is 2 weeks from now at best. So we got, after that, October, November, December. I can see the time changing already outside, like my crib and everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? What it was looking like daylight wise, just a month ago. You know what I'm saying? Season changed real quickly. I think, if I'm not mistaken, actually Monday is the first day of falls, which, fun fact, fall is my favorite time of the, I love this time of year. I don't know. I just like the cozy vibe. And I don't know weird stuff, but yeah. Let me hit the chat real quick. Long B says, damn, laughing my ass off. Instant cut it off. Yeah. I'm talking about, I'm so serious, dog. I was like, he was like, yo, no filming here. I was like, no problem. Like, literally, I didn't even hesitate. I didn't even argue. I said, I was like, I like, okay. And then I hit the button and he still, like, he got up. And then, like, the lady that worked there, he had got so tense with me. And let me put it this way. I stood my ground, but I was not in any way, shape, or form about to fight that man. And so like the lady that worked there, she's like, "Oh my God," like I ain't gonna say, I said nicely for YouTube. So I'll just go a quick story. I'm gonna put myself back on the main screen and tell this story real quick. Hold on, real quick. Off mode, real quick. Off mode, but on mode though. So look, and I thought I told this joint before, but anyway, real quick. So homie, like literally, like, hey, I said no filming in here. I was like, yeah, I cut the camera off. I stopped recording as soon as you told me to. He's like, why are you in here? I'm like, I have an order. And then like the lady jumped out that worked there. She's like, oh my God. She literally like, you know what I'm saying? How should I say it for YouTube? A Karen jumped out. She was like, oh my God. And I was like, and let me put it this way. Everybody it wasn't a lot of people, but it was foot traffic in there. So at this point, right? And this is all of like maybe took 10 minutes, right? So at this point, they were like, she's like, what do you need? How can I help you? I just want to pick up my order. And I asked him, and then at that point, me at the time, I stood up to the security. I knew what I was getting into, but I was like, can you help me with my order? He's like, no, she can. I'm like, yeah, I just want to pick up my order. I'm just making sure you don't. And she's like, you can't film here. I was like, I cut the camera. And at this point, I got annoyed because I was like, I cut the camera off. Do I need to go put it back in the car? Like, no. Just making sure you understand. I'm like, all right. But yeah, it was pretty awkward. And then like once I got my order and I saw he sat back down and calmed down. Like he had like tattoos similar to me, like, but he had one on his hand and I touched him. I was like, ooh, nice tattoos. He's like, yeah. Like homie, he hated me. Like, and I was like, I'm never coming back here again because dude really couldn't stand me for whatever reason. I'm like, I'm sorry that I made you get up off your chair and you had to do your job to a certain extent. Y'all didn't have like a no recording sign nowhere up in there. And I was like, yeah, it was weird. It was very weird. But yeah, I cut the joint out. Let's see. Divine Photos in the building says, all you have to do is knock his legs down. Divine, I hear you, but I'm telling you, it wasn't going to be no easy task, bruh. I get what you saying, and let me put it this way. I understand. Me and my cousin that was bigger than me, pause, when I was younger, we used to fight back and forth all the time, and he used to get the best of me every time, and then slowly, once my dad told me, like, yo, just take his legs out. Once I took his legs out, it was pretty easy, but the thing is, you have to be able to get to him. You know what I'm saying? If somebody see you coming, it's not like he's just gonna be like, oh, go ahead and clip me. You know what I'm saying? I go for his legs, homie. Like, no, trust me. It's easier said than done, dog. I hear you though, and I agree, but it's easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, bro. It's just like in boxing when they were probably telling Canelo just do X, Y, Z, but I'm like, yeah, he know what he need to do, but is the other person gonna let him do it? You know what I mean? Devon Photo says, and do a Roman Reigns spear. Dog, look. I'm going to keep it 100. If I would have tried to spear this guy, it was going to be, you ever see somebody try to spear somebody and the person, just all they do is just walk back a few feet? That's all that was going to be, dog. I'm talking about, I could have speared him and put my all into it. He probably would have caught me in mid-spear and just walked back and probably flipped me over his whole head. Like, dog, I'm telling you, it wasn't a little guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, he wasn't little, man. I'm just saying. Vaughn said, just because he works security don't mean he can fight. I get that. But at the same time, I didn't want to find out the hard way if he can fight or not. I'm so serious. Look, I get what you're saying, because there's a lot of people that's in shape that can't, you know what I'm saying? Again, I had backup, if you catch my drift. However, it just wasn't going to end well. I just get, some people you could just tell, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I get what you're saying, but I didn't want to find out the hard way. And no, I'm not afraid of the guy. And yes, if I would have had to do what I had to do, I'm going to do it. But at the same time, again, like I just said, pick and choose your battles. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Did I get a little nervous? Sure. You know what I'm saying? And then let me put it this way. The side of town that I was on, and the sad part is I was in D.C., and I don't really like going to D.C. at all anyway. But the side of the town in D.C. that I was on, majority of the spots I know in D.C., I'm going to just keep it 100. Let's just put it nicely. I don't feel comfortable over there on either side because there is like separate sides of D.C. The side I was on this time was you don't see many people that look like me over there. I'm going to put it like that. And I ain't even talking tattoos. I'm just talking, and you don't see many people that look like me over there. So even when I pulled up, it was already kind of awkward. And then going in there, like, I'm telling you, no, it wasn't. And then the other side of town where everybody that does look way worse than me and look like me, I'm still uncomfortable. I'm telling you, y'all think I'm kidding around here, man. I don't play around in D.C., bro. And I used to when I first moved here. Again, homie got the job. Keep in mind, too, some people you can tell they just gave him the job and it is what it is. But something tells me he takes his job serious, you know? I'm assuming a lot of people probably still in there too. And he, that's probably why he's there. Homie very in shape. That's all I would say. At least he looked like it. Let's see where we at real quick. Long Beach says, a Roman Reigns spear left my ass off. Slayer and the builder says, yo, sneaker squad 100. Slayer says, I would have made a whole scene. Let me put it this way. It was going to be that, and we kind of like, I de-escalate. I chose to de-escalate the shit. Because I'm like, no, it ain't, dude, I just want my damn thing. What did I pick up? It was a sweater, too. Yeah, I had to get a sweater, and I really needed that joint, too, because I had an event I had to go to when it was a certain dress code. So, yeah, I really needed what I had already paid for. But I wanted to see if they had any, like, sweatsuits, and I did really want to shop around, but hell, they weren't having that, bruh. Let's see. Devon Photo says, when in doubt, go kick his jewels. Hey, I know. I mean, true. That's your safety. Ironically, off mode again. I'll admit this. I will never tell the story. But way back in the day when I was younger, I actually did do that. And the person, yeah. It didn't end well for them or me because let's just say I was getting jumped, but let's just say I ended up in handcuffs and ended up with some I had to do some community service. Yeah, it was weird. I won't tell that story to you guys. But yeah, I did do that because people that did see the altercation, the guy was like, he screamed. I didn't hear him because to be honest, I was on another planet too at the same time. So they said, like, the other guy was holding me back, and the other person that tried to come in and, like, kind of, like, hit me when he came in, I did a mule kick, like, boom, like, to his jewels. And homie, like, literally instantly fell back, and he came back, and they were like, yo, you were so going, you don't realize it? But they had to get other people to come help because those two guys, you was handling business. Like, I was like, damn, I didn't even know I was doing all that, dog. Where we at real quick, Devon says, in all seriousness, never spend your money at that place again and take your money elsewhere else. I'm going to be honest, Devon, I never been back. You're right, and I agree. I never went back after that because I'm like, I don't even feel comfortable. I didn't feel comfortable. I never ever went back. Ever. I didn't. So I agree with you. I still spend my money with Ralph Lauren, but I don't go to that store anymore. You know what I'm saying? At all. Which I wouldn't be surprised they don't lock the doors. Because I mean, if you're treating people like that, I don't feel comfortable shopping there. Let's see. Slayer says, I'll let you borrow my metal bat next time, Big J, Big Bro J. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Got a story about that too, but I could go on forever about my life, man. Foxy says, sorry to change the subject a moment, but I shall be in Chicago this October as my younger brother is running the Chicago Marathon. I shall be checking out the local sneaker shops, and I must ask this. Will I be subject to tariffs taken back to the UK? I'm not actually sure. I'm assuming. I don't think so, because I'm assuming if you go ahead and buy it in the States, but you go ahead and just check it with your luggage, if anything, I would assume they're gonna probably check it through customs or what have you. But I don't see why they would charge you tariffs. But don't quote. I don't know. But my short answer would be, I would assume no. You just got your luggage fees and pretty much going through customs or what have you. And if anything, if customs say you can't have it, you can't have it. But I would assume if you're not taking nothing back that's illegal, you should be good. But keyword on should, because I'm not sure. So I'm not sure. Don't quote me, but I'm going to say short answer no. Cool. Let's get back to the main topic real quick. My bad about the stories, dog. I couldn't help that one. But, it is what it is. Let's see. Sharing screen again. Boom, right here. It says, when Adidas first announced its Fear of God Athletics partnership with Jerry Lorenzo in 2020, it looked like a match made in sneakerhead heaven. After its abrupt split with Yeezys 2 years later, the German sportswear giant needed a creative spark, and Lorenzo, whose Fear of God label had already reshaped the way many guys wear streetwear, seemed like the ideal visionary. The collaboration promised a fusion of Adidas sporting heritage with Lorenzo's refined spiritual minimalism. Yeah, so again, that means like being a minimalist. I consider myself a minimalist, even though I feel like as much as I consider myself a minimalist and people like, yo, it's so spacious in here, I like what you did. When it's time to move, I feel like I got so much stuff, and it's probably all them damn shoes that's really killing me, if I'm gonna keep it real. But yeah, that I will say that was his thing. He tried to keep things very minimal. Which basically means like less is best type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? I see you, Foxy says, thanks, man. Salutes. Or got the thumbs up. LeBron Photo says, we should call it story time with Polo. I may do some stories like that or something like that. And I'm talking about like actually, what is it called? Yeah, I think the YouTube like stories. What is that joint? I may do some joints like that. Do like a little short little video joint. Because I think you can do up to 3 minutes on them joints now. Not a story. What is it called? Like the little short YouTube shorts. I may do some short stories. Let's see. Foxy's laughing. Let's see. Where we at real quick? The collaboration promised a fusion of Adidas sports heritage, Lorenzo's the refined, the spirit. We read that. And with Adidas Fear of God Athletics collaboration, never became the runway success that many had originally predicted. It still offered flashes of brilliance and a few lessons about the dedicated dance between the fashion and performance and cultural expectation, how Adidas and Fear God came together. It says the relationship was revealed at the end of 2020 with the Germany label announcing Lorenzo as both a partner and the creative lead for basketball. His track record was impeccable. At Nike, his Fear of God one had become one of the decade's most distinctive performance sneakers, while his Essentials line was a juggernaut in accessories luxury, especially during the pandemic when comfort suddenly became king. And let me clarify this too, right? I'm glad they said that, because during 2020 and the COVID times, we were pretty much in lockdown status. A lot of us were working from home if we can. A lot of us who couldn't work from home, we were told, right, over here in the States, we were told like, hey, you go wherever you go, it ain't hangout time. You're going there to like get your stuff and get the hell out. If your job doesn't require you to be there and you can do it from home, you're doing it from home. You know what I'm saying? So with that point, yes, a lot of people got in comfy wear. You know what I'm saying? I still talk to some people this day where like, yo, going back to work, it has been a challenge. And honestly, I was talking with the good fellas yesterday, and I'm not going to go into detail at all, but let's just say some people, it's harder to get back adjusted to going back into work after that whole little break for like, I want to say we was at lockdown for like 3 years, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like basically working from home, but stuff slowly started back opening up again. But yeah, it was definitely that. But yeah, you want your comfy vibes. You know what I'm saying? You want that. Let's see. For Adidas, this chance to regain cultural relevance for Lorenzo, it was an opportunity to scale his ideas on a global stage, not just through shoes, but through a full Adidas Fear of God apparel collection that blurred the lines between sportswear, high fashion, and everything in between. The launch and the reception of Fear of God Athletics. And let me touch the chat real quick because I want to make sure I don't want to forget about you guys either. Where Demond says, the problem with Jerry, he made his shoes expensive for no reason along with the clothing. That's my whole thing too. It definitely was a lot of chips. You know, that's why I told you. That's why I said, that's how I end up getting in this whole, I'd rather just go to Ralph Lauren story type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I was looking at buying some of this stuff and I'm like, bro, like, y'all more than Ralph Lauren, bro. That was my whole thing. Let's see. Devon says polo, polo. I get what you're saying. Like, give me tell the story. I get what you're saying. Maybe we'll work on some names. It says that ambition was clear, but timing wasn't. After months and months of teasers, leaks, and frustrating delays, the first official collection didn't arrive until late 2023, a whole 3 years after the collab was first announced. By then, much of the initial buzz had chilled out. That's a fact. I agree with that. I'm not gonna say a fact, but I agree. It says when the products did land, particularly the first Fear of God athletic sneakers, the reputation was measured rather than frizzled. It says the shoes earned respect for their distant silhouettes and the clothing, clean track pants, oversized hoodies, and minimalist shorts. It says was praised for its wearability and understated detail. The Hollywood Bowl show that marked the debut was the highlight and reminder of the California-based designer ability to turn a runway into a cultural event with the atmosphere of conviction. So we're going to keep the party going right here. It says, the rise and fall of Fear and God Athletics. It says, while the fall may be too strong of a word, it's no secret the collaboration never achieved the gravitational pull of a Yeezy or even a Pharrell Human Race, which that's a whole nother story too. The Human Race joints, I feel like, just went completely left field, dog. Completely left field. It says the collections were solid, yet they didn't quite generate sense of urgency sneaker culture thrives on. Some places struck on, but most quietly drifted into a markdowns. By the 2025, the line has become more of a niche interest than a headline act. So here's some stuff right here. To me, dog, I just couldn't get jiggy with the shape of the shoes. And to be honest, yes, they're enough to tell the difference, in my opinion, from like Yeezys, but it looks too heavily inspired by it to me, right? If we're just looking at the shoes I got up on the screen, right? It just looked heavily inspired by the shit. You know what I'm saying? No hate at all. Says still wasn't without the impact. Certain models remain cult favorites, and the apparel helped expand Adidas language beyond the expected. For Lorenzo, it's proved that his aesthetic could scale to a sportswear behemoth, even if the audience wasn't always ready to meet him there. And it says factors behind the partnerships and struggles. So here it is right here. It says several factors held Fear of God Athletics back. First was the delay. 3 years between announcements and release in the eternity in the industry built on constant drops. Second was the positioning. Was this performance line? Was it luxury? Was it streetwear? Yeah, I will say that it is kind of hard to determine that. You know what I'm saying? Because was it streetwear? Was it luxury wear? Like, it was too, like, you couldn't tell what we, yeah. They didn't pick a niche. Their niche was not there, if we're going to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? we get what Jordan Brand them, and Jordan Brand them kind of tore around it. We kind of made it lifestyle, even though technically we're wearing basketball shoes all damn day long. You're supposed to be able to go out and hoop in them joints, and I'm not saying you can't, but we also rock them as a lifestyle shoe. So I get it where the confusion may come. Not everybody can do what Jordan Brand and Nike them have done. You know what I'm saying? It's different levels. You know what I'm saying? For consumers, that arguably was exciting. For others, and it was just confusing. And I know y'all saw the lighting change up on my computer, so y'all bear with the kid, but it's all good because that needed to be up on there. Yeah, so we good. Not showing why it's not showing my actual like chat on here, but it is what it is because sometimes that joint just be acting up. But in general, though, I will say this: it was definitely something different. It says competition didn't help either. During the long devastation, New Balance captured the biggest, largest, thanks to Teddy Zantes' stewardship. Salmon surged into the fashion circles, and Nike remained dominant. Even smaller companies like Hoka and On managed to steal some market share with the cushioned comfort driven designs. By the time Adidas and Lorenzo finally launched, the sneaker landscape had shifted entirely and attention had moved elsewhere, right? So again, I'm not gonna say that didn't happen, but I mean, yeah, they had a lot of stuff going on. Devon says Jerry was too damn stingy with his prices. Yeah, he was greedy, dog. I'm gonna keep it 100. I mean, you know, Adidas got to get their cut, but he got to get his cut, and he wasn't gonna take anything probably less. Is probably what it all boiled down to. You know what I'm saying? He trying to make the bag, and I respect it, but you got to also think about. You got to look at who your audience is. You know what I'm saying? We ain't billionaire trillionaires. You know what I'm saying? We working, and yes, it's an expensive hobby, but same time, dog, we also make sure I would assume we try to take care of business first. It says Jerry Lorenzo's vision versus Adidas execution. It says at its heart, the story is about different creative tempos. Lorenzo has always been a perfectionist. Just look at his house for reference. Which, you know what? For shits and giggles, I'll look at the shit. I don't really want to, but you know what? Fuck it. Okay, cool. So his house pretty much looks like, if this is inside his house, to me, it just looks like basically like, yo, it looks like his damn workplace. It does look calming and chill, to keep it 100. It looks calming and chill. Basketball court. Yeah, so look at this. If this is his wife and his kids, and I'm not judging or anything like that, you see how they're dressed very nice, and like his style looks like his damn house. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that's not a diss. I'm just saying like this is the outside of the drink. You know what I'm saying? Inside it just seems very chill. I actually like it. Now me, right? If this is me right here, you ain't getting no damn picture right here, dog. I'm gonna get a goddamn TV on this joint. We got the game coming on in the background. You feel me? I probably just had TVs all over the joint. But it is a nice home, though. I do like it. It looks very relaxed and calm. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you look at his clothes, it looks like his motherfucking home. You know? Maybe that's just his favorite color. Like it's like a beige brownish. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you can tell they definitely had this like cleaned up for the photos. Like, is this his bed? Like, why the hell is bed on the fucking floor, bruh? I know it got a little stand on there, but it looks nice, though. I mean, I ain't judging it. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's expensive. It says, working into rhythm that favors the timeless over speed, Adidas understandably operates on a global retail calendar with quarterly drops, regional rollouts, and sales targets to meet. They meet. Neither side was wrong per se, but they were rarely ever in sync, and that was just a major problem, which I agree. They couldn't get on the same page, and that can be a problem business-wise. You know what I'm saying? Definitely business-wise. It says, the tug of war meant to collab lived in between the spaces too minimal for hype-driven sneaker fans to performance-minded for luxury purists, and yet there's a certain charm in the tension. It says, fear of God athletics may not have been universal, but it was deeply athletic to it was deeply authentic to Lorenzo's ethos and uncompromising in its direction, which I get that. He wanted his way and there was no other way about it, right? So last little part, it says, what's next for Jerry Lorenzo in fear of God, right? It says, for Lorenzo, right? The future looks strong. Fear of God mainline continues to set the tone for premium streetwear and essentials remains a staple worldwide. His work with the Three Stripes also continues, but there's no word about an extension of the 5-year deal signed back in 2020. Again, it's supposed to end at the end of this year because of the 5-year deal, but that don't mean, they could be negotiating stuff right now. It don't mean that this stuff is in. It could be coming to an end, right? It says for Adidas, the partnership remains worthwhile experiment. Sure that Jerry Lorenzo Adidas collaboration hasn't yet delivered yay level hype, but it has broaden their brand's aesthetics, reach, and probe that even when collections don't explode overnight, they can still enrich the wilder ecosystem. So when people ask why Fear of God Athletics hasn't dominated in the way some expected, the truth is more complicated. Perhaps it's asked sneaker culture to slow down and embrace subtly, like pretty much just kind of chill, let it come to you. Something that doesn't always do well, and yet in its own quiet way, the line has left its mark. Not even shot has to be dunked. Not even a shot has to be dunked. Sometimes it's enough just to change the shape of the game and shift expectations ever so slightly. So yeah. And then we're going to cover this bankruptcy joint, and then we'll wrap things up here for the night. Let me test the chat. I don't want to go too fast, but I also want to make sure I stay within that hour mark. So I'm going to joint like roughly another 10 minutes, and we're also going to talk upcoming sneaker releases as well, as promised. Where we at real quick. Devon says, the only Fear of God I see people rock is the hoodie. I don't even see that. I never seen nobody rock it in person here. And I'm not saying they don't, because I don't really be out and about like that. So it says, since live to fight another day, right? We got this article right here that just we put out there. This was September 15th. Surprised I missed this one. So remember we talked about this back in August. That's why I want to do the update real quick before we get up out of here. It says, Montreal Scents have been circling headlines for all of the wrong reasons in the past month. The luxury e-tailer, and I'm assuming that's basically I'm not gonna say it's what I'm looking for, online type of thing, you know what I'm saying? I want to say they use it's not electronic, that's what I was gonna say, but I'm assuming they mean pretty much for the digital platform type of way. Once hyped as the internet's future of high-end brands, found itself buried under debt and staring down the barrel of forced sale, and officially entered Canada's Companies Creditors Arrangement Act, which is CCAA, the northern cousin of Chapter 11, which that's bankruptcy over here in America, right? Okay, which again, I think Canada is still North America. They speak English too, so it's just different. We got the States, there's Canada, definitely totally different. Apples and oranges. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, you got to have a passport to go over there. You know what I mean? And it says, but it ain't over yet. The Quebec Superior Court has approved a lifeline that keeps the Alto brothers, Romney and Ferris and Bezel, in charge while the company restructures. Since have secured around $40 million in emergency funding, split between a $15 million loan package and $25 million kicked in the Alto family themselves. That cash keeps the lights on, servers running, and the jobs of more than thousands of employees safe, at least for now. This is my whole thing, dog. If y'all watch, and I got to cover this on Music Monday too, the Dame Dash interview he did with the Breakfast Club. He brought up a point too where this makes me think, right? We just said 40 million, but these guys don't have all of 40 million. They got a lot of money, but they not this is my thing. Dame brought up a question. Are you really worth this if all that's debt? You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. Or you put all your money up yourself in your own business. You know what I'm saying? You get it out your name. I don't know. The interview was kind of contradicting, but I kind of get what Dane was trying to say. You know what I mean? It says the company isn't out of the woods. Reports peg SSENSE debt at more than $370 million. And a mix of tariffs, shrinking luxury demand, and a ballooning cost have battered margins. The options on the table range from restructuring and cost cutting to pulling in new investors and even putting the business up for sale. For the sneaker world, this means two things. Don't count SSENSE out yet, and keep your eyes peeled, because if the retailers need to move product fast, the sales could simic. So that means if they need to sell some shit to get back on their feet, they're going to do what they got to do. So us sneakerheads kind of just keep your eyes open. And that's why I wanted to make sure I covered this one. And then, of course, like the shoe, the man that's expected to fall, I'll touch on that one on Wednesday for sure. Because we kind of already know what that is. Just tariffs, right? It says, news of SSENSE filing for bankruptcy protection recently broke following its events company have described an attempt by their creditors to force the sale of the Montreal-based global online retailer. So pretty much that's what that whole E is. Like, they're like an e-retailer, kind of like online, you know what I'm saying? Founders in 2003 in Canada's Montreal by brothers Romney, Basil, and Ferris Atta, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, SSENSE are the cornerstone retailers of the high-end luxury goods, streetwear, sneakers, and accessories, and or re-owned for their legendary end of season sales. Currently, the business is run by co-founder and chief executive Remy, right? In a letter sent to the employees viewed by the business of fashion, the Auto wrote that the company's lenders want to put SSENSE up for sale under the company's Creditors Arrangements Act. The move is similar to bankruptcy protection, but allows the restructuring of finances. Auto stated that the SSENSE will fight the sale and instead file their own CCA application in effort to protect the company, keep control of their assets and operations, and fight for their future of their company. So again, they are trying to do everything themselves, which I get it and I respect it. You know what I'm saying? We went through some hard times, but we willing to put the work in and bounce back. It says, SSENSE we're already experiencing a tough year thanks to the slowdown of consumers purchasing luxury goods, which resulted in the companies laying off over 100 employees. Auto attributes to their more than recent woes to the Trump trade policies, which have lumped Canadian goods with a 25% tariff when coming into the United States, as well as the nixing of the de minimis execution, which allowed the pairs worth less than $800 to enter the state's duty fee. So again, these tariffs, right? We're going to talk on it, but I'm not going to go too in depth on the joint. But keep in mind, dog, these tariffs, while it seems like they got like that, it affects us all. The company's got to pay more to get the stuff over here, which they're probably not used to paying. And the stuff is low-key probably already not what it's worth for what we pay for it to begin with once we buy it from those guys. And people aren't buying that stuff anymore, man. I hate to say it, we're making every dime count, dog. You know what I'm saying? People are getting what the minimum of what they want and some food and paying their bills. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not counting nobody's pockets, but I know we all have. I would like to know who hasn't noticed the price of things going up. That's my question, right? And I'm going to read the last little part of this, and we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases and wrap things up. It says, recently we have worked closely with financial and legal advisors to develop our own restructuring plan to stabilize the business and rebuild it for the future. The Auto added in a company memo, the court will decide which path we follow, likely within the next week. Until then, our focus remains clear: protect value, stabilize business, and set up the restructuring plan to secure our future. Currently, SSENSE is set to remain operating as normal and will continue to pay their own salaries. The web store and the gargantuan retail offering is still online and functioning to routine. And yeah, there we go right there. So pretty much, did you hear about Nike's recent layoffs and restructuring? I did. So yeah, pretty much let's talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases and wrap this thing up for the night. I think the only thing we got on the radar, I know the Travis has been pushed back. That was kind of weird. I'm not surprised at all. But also, we're anticipating the Air Jordan 5 Tokyo to drop next week. The COF drops have already, I've seen, were available at foot sites. You know what I'm saying? So that's interesting and weird. But that's supposed to drop next week as well on sneakers. I've seen that. And then we still got these right here, just some like anticipated the end off the summer, I guess, to close out. But I mean, nothing in particular I'm really looking for. I know we got those Action Bronson New Balance joints that dropped, but I don't think anybody went kind of crazy for those, man. Yeah, in no opinion, because they kind of, I mean, no offense, but I feel like they kind of like set, right? Okay. The Saw Pearl joints, these are nice. I think these are already dropped, if I'm not mistaken. I just think they just don't have a date on there at all. But overall, though, let me put myself back on the main screen, wrap things up here for the night. Boom, you guys should be seeing my main screen. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love as always, man. This was definitely a good one. Appreciate y'all for being active in the chat as well. But let's go and wrap things up here tonight, man. We talked pretty much Adidas, Fear of God, Athletics possibly ending. But again, keep in mind there's still time to, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And then we just covered the SSENSE Bankruptcy, and we talked a little bit about the tariff situation. And pretty much, I'll be back live again on Monday with another Music Monday. Until then, y'all smash the like button, sub up to the channel if you're new. And if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and of course, we got Music Monday, which y'all have on Monday. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Smash that like button, sub up, and yeah, man, if y'all want to catch up with me any quicker, sign up for that Sold Out Discord. Link is pinned at the top of the comment section. And yeah, I'm officially out this thing, man. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash while I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Hope my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights, my heart is cold like December.